Um, but yeah, I just oh, what the hell? Why is Discord going crazy? Never mind. I just wanted to showcase a mod really quickly. If you didn't know, Supreme Ruler Ultimate now has Steam Workshop, which is awesome. There's a few mods up there, not very many yet, but there's a few up there. Oh, oops. It's cool to see there's actually some games going on the multiplayer, so that's nice. But if we go into single player, and we go into scenario, the mod that we're going to look at is under custom. And it's these three back ones here. So there's SMGC, SMGC USSR, and Snakeman's Shattered World, essentially. So it's Snakeman Scenarios, that's the name of the mod. Snakeman GC is literally Global Crisis, but he's made some tweaks to stuff like the AI, how population operates, different cities have been added, and stuff like that. So it does actually throw a bit of difference into regular Global Crisis that does tweak it better. I find the AI responds a little better as well in Snakeman's scenarios. And then the USSR is the same Global Crisis, but instead of Russia, the USSR is there. And yeah, so things like, Belarus isn't available because it's part of the USSR, and, Georgia and all that kind of stuff. Like if we look here, you can see there's no Belarus. Belgium, Bosnia, and Bulgaria. So there you go. It makes for an interesting thing because then the world is, US or USSR. My favorite, though, is this one, which is the Shattered World, Snakeman's Shattered World. And the reason I really, really like this is because of how they shatter the world. So if we go to North America, Acadia, Arctic Federation, the COG United States, California Republic, Cascadia, Confederates, Deseret is there, Montana Federation, which is the mountain federation, New Africa, which is a weird one, down in Mississippi area. New England, of course, has its own thing. Canadian provinces, Western Canada is its own thing. So that's pretty neat. It renames them kind of nicely. But Europe has stuff like the British Union. So fascist Britain is interesting. They're not just chunking it up. There's reason to its separation. So the British Union is a fascist organization. You've got the FRG for part of Germany. You have the French Republic and French State, German People's Republic. Bavaria is in here. The Italian Union. So yeah, it splits it up quite nicely. Russia is still a thing too. They don't split it up like Shattered World does, where Russia's 20 different states. Russia's only 2, I do believe. If I go back here, I can load up the one I've been playing. I have so many save games. That should be a video on its own. What save games do I have? What was I doing? But if we go and load up my Russia account off, then my economy is in the shitter. It is still in the positive most of the time, but it's not doing super well. But it doesn't really matter because I have more than enough military and supply and stuff to be able to be okay. I don't know why it's giving me a small problem here, because we're actually okay. We're overproducing. But yeah, I'm pretty much overproducing in everything at this point, with the exception, I think, of rubber. And technically uranium, which is what I'm apparently buying a shit ton of, which I need to stop. Gotta stop my guy. This is what the world looks like. The Italian state has done nothing. They've just sat there, but I've taken over most of Europe, most of Asia Minor, and the Arabian Peninsula, parts of Africa now. I was just fighting over, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Chengji here, and their capital city, that, whatever that is. I haven't fought the Chinas yet. Pakistan is at a perpetual war with the two Indias, or at least one of the Indias. It looks like southern China is trying to invade Thailand now, but not doing super great of a job. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a great mod, and what I really like about it is the aggressive stances. So if I leave this game and I load up just whatever of this, I don't know, let's say we're in Europe, let's be, I don't know, Greece, Sure. Greece, and I want to turn off Fog of War. And we're going to go and... I find the best is aggressive or unpredictable are the best. Very hard's a bit... I don't know. I'm not looking for a massive challenge here. But I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you guys. But if we go into this, loads up super quick. You know, the army is huge comparatively to what it usually is. And the starting militaries for most are very aggressive militaries. So you can see here Serbia getting all its stuff going. Poland and everything. Of course, we have it aggressive, so eventually somebody's going to declare war on somebody. But I just find that the armies aren't so heavily artillery focused, and when they produce new units, they don't seem to produce as much in the way of artillery. They still are. There's still large, amounts of artillery in some of these end nations, in like my Russia campaign, but they seem more focused on actually being aggressive and taking stuff over, rather than sitting around being lazy. I mean, look at Greece, right? Like, most of its 300 some units are aggressive units, which is great. Mind you, a lot of them are seagoing units. That's the word I was looking for. But, we have an aggressive military to start off with, and it doesn't, like Shattered World. I find Shattered World really castrates a lot of these militaries, because they split everything up, but they also split the military. They don't then think about, oh, well, but the population is still high, and, in a world like this, they're going to be more militarized. So why not make them more military focused? Like Germany, all the Germanys are still quite strong. The French states are actually pretty strong as well. The Spanish states and everything, the Italian states, as you saw in the other one. There's 2 Turkish states, there's Kurdistan and stuff. All of these have big militaries for their area, so that when a fight does break out, it doesn't just peter out immediately. They fight for a long-ass time. China, as you can see here too, is buffed. Manchuria is still pretty pathetic. I don't know if he just ignored Manchuria or something, but Manchuria is very pathetic to start off with, but has so much artillery that it's uninvadable. I don't know, it's weird. Japan's also split. PR Japan and regular Japan. Regular Japan, 90% of the time, takes over PR Japan at some point and wins. I don't know whether it's just because they have more population or what, but they generally tend to win that war. Pretty quickly, too, when the war starts. I usually don't even notice it. I just happen to see that Japan is together at some point, and I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, man. But yeah, I really like this mod. There's a link in the description to this mod if you want to add it to yours. I highly recommend it. It's because it's been really great. It's been a lot of fun, just steamrolling stuff as Russia, or try and go to a smaller state and seeing if I can't unify a region like the Balkans or something, and go from there. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the mod. I'll see you all next time. Peace.